Ben, when did you find out that you've been added to the roster?
This morning when I got up, try to have a plan and get here and get ready and make sure the paperwork went through and it's all clear.
I know obviously you don't like to make it with another guy getting hurt, but how are you feeling overall about it?
I mean, I was on standby anyways. I know we have a plan, and now it's my time to go execute the plan.
Go to the fourth row, right behind you, Hoynesy.
Since you haven't pitched in a postseason game yet this year, can you walk us through just how you've tried to stay ready so that if you're added to a roster and you're put into a game, it's as smooth as possible for you?
I mean, just staying on the same workout program as when I was starting. Just like workout day, heavy bullpen day, mixed in between, and just kind of stay built up.
Go to Tyler in the second row.
Ben, you were so reliable, durable this year. How did you deal with not being on the roster the first couple of rounds? Did you understand it? Was it tough?
I mean, of course I understand it, but yeah, it was tough. I mean, I pushed myself pretty hard this year, and just to get that first time getting this opportunity to be in the playoffs, and yeah, it stung, but you know what, I'm gonna use it.
Other questions for Ben? We'll go to Ron up front.
Not being on the roster, did you have family and friends traveling to New York for these games, or did they come in today? Or?
Oh, my girlfriend's been with me, so
Yeah.
I mean, we got her, and family's on standby, so they'll probably make some moves here quickly or something.
They come in today or meet up in Cleveland?
I'll probably come to Cleveland or something.
Stephen, with Ben replacing Alex, just do you have any plans on how you might get through the middle games with your starting pitching? Is Ben available out of the bullpen, or how will you handle that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're working through a lot. First of all, I have to talk about how bummed we are for Alex. Everything he's been through this year and with us in and out, IL, off the IL, and then for him to have a new back strain last night. I just feel for him and what he's been through, and so thankful for what he gave us. And then in light of that, Ben will be on the roster and he'll be available out of the bullpen. But we also have the option to start him later as the series goes. We're still working through what we're going to do games 3, 4, and 5.
Other questions? Go to Tyler on your left, Stephen.
Stephen, as great a bullpen as you have, what are some of the challenges of trying to game plan a postseason series and then utilize them in the right way?
I think it's, we know our guys and we try to put them into positions to succeed. And when it goes well, it's great. And when it doesn't, then there's the questions. And but for us, it's put our guys into positions to face guys that they have a good chance of getting out. And we navigate the game that way. And we know what they're capable of as far as how many pitches, as far as how long to push them, how long not to. And it can be challenging, but we've had a lot of practice at it. Our regular season has been very similar. And so for us, it's just that.
Does the format give you more possibilities for creativity with a couple off days sprinkled in?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, for us, our, Tanner specifically tonight, Tanner's been great all year. And so we're excited to see him go, and our bullpen's in a good position.
We'll go to Ben on your right, Stephen.
Does the injury to Cobb, does that impact anything for you guys today?
I'm sorry?
As far as just trickle down to the entire pitching staff, with Cobb being sidelined and you guys having to reshuffle, does that change the approach today at all?
I mean, it does, just because we don't know what we're going to have. Alex was going to start game 5, and now we have to figure out today, and knowing that we have, 6 more games to cover.
And then broadly, like you've said that you don't go into a game with a plan, and you're obviously going to watch and see how things unfold on the field. But is today a game that theoretically, with an off day tomorrow, you could be more aggressive with some of those top relievers that didn't get into the game yesterday?
Yeah, we have a plan going into the game. It's just we don't script things. I think we are going to be aggressive. We've been aggressive all year with our bullpen, so that's not going to change just because of today. We're going to use the same cadence we've used all year long. And we have a very good bullpen, and we bring them in when it's time.
We'll go to Ron in the first row.
Did Alex go for tests or scans today, and what did they show?
He after the game last night was diagnosed with a lower back strain, and that's we had to make a decision, and it's just unfortunate.
And there was no chance it'd be available 10 days, just the type of the severity.
It's this type of injury would be a full-blown IL stent, and and with the timing of the year, the chances of him pitching again were very, very, very slim.
Other questions for Steven? I'll go to Hoynesy.
Steven, if Lively gets a chance to start, what do you like about him? What is he showing you this season?
Ben's been one of our most consistent starters. I think the thing with Ben is he's uber competitive. He attacks the zone. He throws strikes. He has the ability to keep people off balance. We've seen it all year long with Ben, and we trust him. We love having him, and we know he's going to go out and compete and give us everything he has.
Anything else for Steven? Go back to Hoynesy.
Where does Gavin Williams fit into this? Is he also a candidate on one of these games to start?
Yeah, he's definitely a candidate for sure. I mean, Gavin, we've seen what he can do for us, and we've had games where he's available out of the bullpen. We've had games where we have him in the plans to start. So as the series unfolds, that'll become more clear.
Anything else for Steven? Tyler?
Just like big picture on where you are now. Like, I mean, at the start of spring training, like you mentioned a couple of the relievers who you were counting on, who you don't have. I mean, Bieber and McKenzie were supposed to be big guys. They're not here. Did you know that you had this much depth? And if you had known that those guys would be out, did you think you'd be sitting here?
I don't think we knew. I think you look at, every team experiences injuries and losses. And for us, our roster looks very different than it did on opening day. And when you lose, Karinchak, Stefan, Bieber early in the year, Sam Henches, we lost some big impact arms, and we've had a number of people step up. Sobrowski, Walters, Eli Morgan, Nick Sandlin, Cade Smith, Hunter Gaddis, Tim Herron. These guys have stepped up and really done a nice job. And, Ben Lively has been a huge story for us. So, I mean, we didn't have Gavin Williams for the first 4 months of the year. We've been through a lot. This team has overcome a lot of things, and we know we belong here. And the beauty of this team is it's not, oh no, it's who's next, who's going to step up for their teammates. And that's why I love this group so much, is they've all stepped up for each other all year long.